You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clock in. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everybody, what's up? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the Hood Table one more again. I hope everybody is having a happy New Year and had a happy Merry Christmas and some happy holidays over the last few weeks. I hope everybody is all in well, healthy and safe. And also make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the Hood Table if you are not already subscribed. Please and thank you very much. Right now, we're going to get into one of my favorite TV shows by Tyler Perry called The Have and the Have-Nots, which I heard this is the last season. We are on season 8, episode 6, called The Family's Name. Feel free to leave your comments in the chat on anything, regarding to the TV show, on how you feel about any of the characters or on any of the storylines as usual. But again, we are going to be discussing The Have and Have Not, season 8, episode 6. So let me know what you thought about it. At the end of the last episode, we saw how Tanner had arrived back at his brother Justin's home and commenced to whipping on his ass as he tends to do from time to time. And that's exactly where we pick back up this episode. But the way that Tanner be barking at Justin and beating on him, you would think that he was actually like a homophobic father, not his brother. And it's not like brothers can't be homophobic, but we all know from history, let the record show that some men really take it out on their sons when they find out that they are gay. Some fathers will beat them or even put them out the house or do both, and not always in that order. But Justin, he swears that Veronica is lying to Tanner. What do y'all think? About all those sexual allegations against Justin? Justin, even after Tanner walked out the house, was sitting on the corner all beat up and bruised, still pleading innocence, saying over and over again that I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Now, he did to me seem sincere, but do y'all believe him? Did Veronica really concoct all the rest of those, those allegations, those false allegations? We know what he did to her son, but did he really do that to a whole bunch of other people, besides Jeffrey? So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But sincere or not, Justin needs to get his punk ass up and knock his brother over the head just one good time. I'm so sick and tired of seeing him, get beat up and jumped on by his brother. Like he didn't have any problems throwing his weight and power around with Jeffrey when he had that badge and gun. But gun or not, him acting so weak when it comes down to his brother is it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. And I'm sick of seeing it. He needs to get up. He needs to get up and he needs to fight his brother back. But anywho, while Jeffrey and Colby, excuse me, while Jeffrey and Colby were having dinner, Jeffrey's phone was blowing up back to back to back to back. And we had saw how last episode, Jeffrey was ignoring Justin's phone calls. That man must have called him around 11 times to the point where Colby was like, just take me over there. I need to go over there. I need to set this guy, straight. Why does he keep calling you like that? Why does you keep calling you like that? Now, although Jeffrey although Justin, he doesn't want any of Kobe. Justin doesn't want any of Kobe. But Jeffrey is right that it might be something seriously going on with Justin because Justin has never called him that many times before. And I guess it was something serious, or maybe is it Justin playing in Jeffrey's face? Like Jeffrey, they're texting back and forth. They're texting back and forth. And then he calls him. He answers the phone and he's like, I'm thinking of committing suicide. Justin is now threatening to kill himself. Evidently, he can no longer go on without Jeffrey. Or maybe it's the fact that he can no longer, take any more butt whoopings from his brother. It's one of the two. Maybe both. Maybe both. But Kobe was like, dang, Jeffrey, let me find out that you got that good. Like, let me find out what's really going on in the bedroom. You done turned Madison from a whore to a housewife, and now you got Justin about to commit suicide. He was like, "Let me find out," but then he's like, "No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding." But then we go on to Wyatt, who is still in the hospital. Wyatt's still in the hospital. Celine still has her job for now. Now, when Celine came to clean Wyatt's room, he told her how happy she should have been that he shot his father. Wyatt, who believes that he is nothing like his father, called his brothers half breeds. He called his brothers half breeds. Like if that ain't something that Jim would say. I don't know what it is. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. My dog was going crazy with his little toy. I had to have my son come get the toy. But anyway, y'all, sorry about that. I'm usually in my room, but I still had everything set up from when we was kicking it out here with my friends, doing our lives for the holidays and for New Year's. But anywho. Now, as I was saying, Wyatt, who believes that he is nothing like his father, he calls his brother some half breeds. And I'm like, ain't that like just like something that Jim would say? Them half breeds, them could be Jim's own kids, and he would still call them bastards because Jim ain't shit. But anyway, I don't know what it is, but that Wyatt, just like Jim, he does not care about anyone but himself. And he's also under the impression that he's going to be transferred to rehab instead of jail. Now, although the security guard thinks otherwise, that nurse did promise, y'all remember, she did promise Wyatt that if he cooperated, then she'll make sure that he's not returned to jail and that he gets to go to rehab. But was she lying? I don't know what's going on with that, but the security guard seemed pretty sure that he was not going to rehab. But anywho, after Celine's encounter with Wyatt, her boss summons her to his office. They need to have a talk with Celine. And I'm like, I wonder what this is about. At that point, I was thinking, no, Jim did not have Celine fired from her job. Or was it Wyatt who made the phone call? Celine, she didn't know what to do. So she was like, let me call my attorney. She phones up Veronica. Veronica agreed to represent her. That was, of course, after Veronica made Celine kiss her ass, as Veronica so often does to people. So we shall see next week if Veronica works her magic. Probably so. Y'all know how Veronica can get. It comes at a price, though. It comes at a price. Celine had already promised to work for Veronica for free forever if she can get Jim to pay her back child support. So Celine is going to end up working literally for Veronica for the rest of her life. Her kids might end up working for Veronica for the rest of their life if she keeps on asking Veronica for these favors. But anywho, moving right along, Wyatt being alive is not a good thing for Uncle Vinny. Once he found out that Wyatt was still alive, he wanted to pay a visit to him right away. But Wyatt is the least bit of his concerns. Vinny also just found out that the cop he shot inside of that precinct made it through as well. And he was very anxious to go out and see the both of them. But his employee told him, boss, Sat down, sat down. You know, as a boss, you are not supposed to get your hands dirty. The employee even used Mama Rose as an example, claiming that Mama Rose, when she was a boss, she never got her hands dirty. But let Vinny tell it, Mama, boss or no boss, she still got her hands dirty from time to time. And we done seen what Mama can do. But anyway, he tried to tell Vinny, but we gonna see what Vinny gonna do. Vinny got a mind of his own. But for now, before he decides what he's going to do about Wyatt or the cop, he first needs to find out why Mitch and Benny are so loyal to each other. And speaking of Mitch, what the heck was Landon thinking? Like, there is no way that he could have thought that Mitch has any interest in him. After Mitch left that table, Landon said, I was this close to having sex with a Malone. And Mitchell was still within earshot, yelled back, No, you weren't. It was so funny because there were other people sitting in the restaurant or the bar, wherever they was. And Mitch was down the hallway talking about, No, you weren't. But anyway, remember David and Jim? They were trying to figure out how much protection the Malones were giving to Hannah and her children. Vinny obviously knew nothing about the protection. So was Mitch putting their family on the line without the permission of Mama Rose or Uncle Vinny? Needing to know that, Vinny sends his nephew Sandy, who's good for nothing, but he's depending on him to find out some information. He needs some intel. So he sends his nephew Sandy to try to find out if Mitch was in fact putting their family's name out there like that. Then Vinny makes his way over to the hospital to pay a visit to Wyatt. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think Vinny has up his sleeves for Wyatt. As far as Hannah and Catherine, though, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since Catherine reached out to Hannah, who is the power of attorney of her estate while she's still locked up. Hannah informs Catherine how Jim, David, and her accountants have been trying to get their hands on her money, or at least try to get Hannah to release herself from being the executor of the estate, so Jim could be the executor of the estate. Catherine's suggestion to Hannah was evict Jim from out the house. But that is still Jim's house. It's Catherine's house. She's in jail, but that's still Jim's house. They still married. And even though Catherine has power of attorney, she can't just put the man out of her house. So Hannah, she's like, you know what? She ain't easily intimidated. So she wants to handle the situation herself the peaceful way. We'll see how that goes. You know how it is dealing with Jim. Ain't nothing peaceful when it comes to that man. But anywho, another thing Hannah related to Catherine was how Veronica is in default of her loans for her rehab facilities. And Catherine sure got a kick out of that one, knowing she can probably use that to her advantage. Now remember, Catherine, she met that young woman in jail named Gina. Gina had her children taken away. Her husband is, doing things to the little girls that he shouldn't, his own little girls. So that's why she took the girls from the husband or her ex. And actually, matter of fact, I don't think they're even married. But anywho, she had kids by this guy. He's messing with the little girls. And he has full custody, but she took the girls when she found that out. So then he called the cops on her and had her locked up for kidnapping. So now, last week, Catherine had told her that she knows somebody who she could probably, get to take the case, which was Veronica. So maybe this is how Veronica will end up taking the case. Maybe Catherine having this, information about Veronica being behind on her payments might get Veronica to agree to handle Gina's case. Let's hope so, because Gina needs all the help she can get. And Veronica's a beast. She might be a witch, but she's also a beast when it comes to the courtroom. But as far as Hannah, dealing with so much, what she didn't expect was for Jim to send David over to flirt with her in hopes to get Jim some money. $5,000 to be exact. Now, why did Jim think it was a good idea for David to try to entice Hannah? Better yet, what on earth made David think that Hannah is that doggone vulnerable. But is she? Is she? When David arrived at the house, Hannah was like, Jim's financial situation is not my problem. And after David could see that he, was not able to get through to her, in regards to the money, he tried to play on her emotions. He was agreeing to the fact that, yeah, Catherine, yeah, maybe she was right. Maybe she made the right decision to not, make Jim the executor of the state. Then after that, he said, you are such a beautiful woman, Hannah. You have such a beautiful soul. Hannah was like, hold up, David. Which David are you right now? Are you the one that lied to me about my own son? Or are you David the lapdog to Jim? Or are you the David that keeps secrets for Jim? David was like, no. I am the David that you are attracted to. You know you like me, girl. You know you like me. You know you're attracted to me, girl. Quit playing. Quit playing. Child, I ain't never seen a man lay it on so thick to try to get with a woman. And just when he thinks that he has Hannah right in the palm of his hand, Hannah offers him a seat. I don't know what's gonna happen, y'all, but Hannah offered him a seat and she told him to get comfortable. Hannah was like, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Hey, man, I'm like, Hannah was like, just kick it, just kick it. So he sat down and he had a seat. Man, I'm telling y'all, if Hannah sleeps with David, I am so done with this show. I am so done with this show. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this show. Please make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed, and follow us on Facebook, IG, Twitter, Stereo, and also thehoodtable.com, which is our own website where you can get your The Hood Table merchandise and sign up also for our monthly newsletters that I send out myself. And again, I want to say Happy New Year. Be safe, be blessed, always remain vigilant, and don't forget, keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.